Welcome, Capricorn. Capricorn singles, super singles. I need to call this reading our totally super single reading.
Hola amigos.
Yazda, David.
Salud, mi amor.
And so this is for the second half of March. Um, it's called the Four Pillars. We're looking at the emotional, intellectual, sexual, and lifestyle or core values. Four pillars of a table. And what we're going to do is a little different with this is try to identify your person, and not just any person, but not your next problem, but your next person that the spirit wants you to have in your life. So I say we clear the runways and get all the planes off and make room for your person to fly on down and land so that you go out on a date with them. And we're going to kind of be there and try to describe who they are. So if you meet this person, you'll know this is the one. You'll know a little bit about them. We're going to kind of go deep with not so much whether or not they have a beard, but, what are they like emotionally and intellectually? What's their story? We'll look for stories because everyone tell our stories when we go on that date.
Sí.
Let's see if we can tap into what stories they'll tell.
We're going to start. This is the Wheel of Fortune with the Eight of Swords.
Wow.
Then we have the Hanging Man with the
Intellectually.
Four of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles,
Sexual with the
and
Two of
Cups.
Cups.
And we have the Four of Wands with the Moon.
With the Moon. Wow, that's in their lifestyle
This is the
and core
lifestyle.
values. So, got to start with sex as usual. They are a one man woman, a one woman man. Absolutely, and they are very sincere sexually. If you want to look at it that way, a card is so sincere in this deck, and they put a lot of sincere energy into sex, and it's very important to them. It's emotional. It's more sex for this person is more than just sex. It's emotional connection to them, and so again, it's something you may not notice unless maybe they can get to talk about their sexuality. Hey, go for it. But we'll look at them emotionally, and with coming in with the Wheel of Fortune and the Eight of Swords. They could be a person that's like prone to kind of feeling bad, feeling bummed out, maybe through cycles. They may have had trouble with manic depression, and where they feel like, wow, everything's really going my way, and then, oh no, this is a nightmare.
I like
Pretty dramatic. Yeah, but cycling somehow, like their emotions go up and down. And you may notice this, and there's someone who could be like easily discouraged, I think. Discouraged, like they could say, wow, I really want to go back to school and get my master's, and someone says, I don't know, and then they're like, yeah, you're right, that's not gonna happen. It's like, also, this could be someone that's even like in the morning. They're either in the morning kind of not as good as in the evening, like in general not as happy as they are in the evening, or in the evening, vice versa. So a pattern where in the morning or the evening or different times of the day, you notice where they might seem to actually have a consistent difference in the way they seem to feel. So hard to say. You definitely see this in astrology in terms of opposition probably to the moon and Saturn or Uranus even. See? So this would just be something about the way they are, and this wouldn't even have to do with you. Okay, that's them emotionally. And then intellectually, when you got the Hanging Man in the Four of Pentacles, it literally says to me someone that holds back their opinion. So if they're holding back their opinion, you're going to notice this, because you're going to be talking, and they're not going to be as likely to say, well, I think, or it's this way, or they're going to hold back their opinion. And it's almost like when you're talking, they're thinking, and they're really carefully choosing what they're going to say. And when they say something, they sort of really thought it through. And with this Four of Pentacles, I get this feeling like they probably feel this way about other people, but they're not verbose in any way. They don't want to talk too much. They want to just, when they say something, they want to be succinct, short, and relevant, like on target.
Okay.
Gonna be like a Virgo energy right here. So they're not someone who's going to dominate a conversation with you. They're going to more listen, but here's how it is going to go. You're going to talk and talk and talk, and with this Hanging Man, it could almost seem like they're not, what do you call it? You're planing me? Airplaning me? When I'm not giving me the plane as a Spanish in terms of you're not paying attention to them. But they are, and then when they do talk, when you're finished, they're probably not the person's going to cut you off. They're going to make a comment that's going to let you know that they're listening. And it could even be a little bit of that energy with them of they want to try to solve your problems. It's like, which case, just say, hey, I'm just talking. You don't have to fix it, but they may kind of feel that way. So when they do chip in, they've really thought it through, and they've come up with like a solution to whatever it is. But if you're talking about your feelings, how it's going to work. But I think you would notice this with them, We already talked about sexually, and again, this is someone, they're not going to give themselves lightly, and they're not going to make love on the first date unless if they make love on the first date, it means like they know you're soulmates and they just fell hard. It could happen, but they're not someone who normally would do this, and because it just means too much to them, sex, But now this is interesting with the Moon and the Four of Wands as their core values and their lifestyle. I think what this is like they really deeply believe in marriage, and I think this is going to help. I think they're going to tell you a story. I'm trying to look for their stories about their parents' marriage, and I think it could be the parents had a terrible marriage, and then they say, so I'm going to have a great marriage. Or I just got more of a feeling that their parents had a solid marriage. They come from a good kind of solid family background type of environment, maybe from the Midwest, honestly. And this is kind of what they want in a lifestyle, which I think too here is they want a really warm, committed relationship that's a marriage. They want a marriage. I think there's this traditionalist about this. They may be a little bit conservative, and certainly in terms of relationships, more traditionally minded. They're gonna want to get married. And the family's gonna be important to them. And it's like that's this person. They're gonna be like, well, they're friends, and we're saying, well, I got a family now, and that's my life now. Sorry, I got to do this with my family. This kind of person here. And you may hear that from him. You can easily go there on a date, and he may tell stories about his dad and how great he was, or his grandfather, how great he was, or she will tell stories about how great her aunts were, or how great her mom was, and something about the family. There'll be a solid feeling about them with that. They may have a lot of family members around them, so keep in mind, but this is your person. So, all right, Capricorn.
We hope you like it.
Yes, I hope so. Let me know. Love to get feedback. Watching us and karma. It's good karma to hit like. It's easy, especially if you like. Let me know if you date someone that's like this.